Welcome to your worst nightmare.
Alright, well, welcome to another episode of The Vault, where me and Steve sit around the round table. We talk about the most important thing in life, comic books.
Alright.
Alright, we're in the upper vault again. We had a technical difficulty downstairs. Place is under construction, kind of. A light bulb burned out, and I forgot to pick one up there yesterday when I went grocery shopping. So, hopefully next week.
This is a lovely room. There's so much to see. I mean, gee whiz. I mean, look at all the gorgeous Pop Funkos you have here. I mean,
It is very colorful.
I think it's very colorful, and I tell you, people could just hit pause and zoom in and zoom out and see all the pops you got. I think it's fabulous.
Speaking of pops, Halloween's coming up.
Absolutely.
So, what's one of the coolest Halloween pops other than the Count Chocula, Frankenberry, and Blueberry? Which wish I had kept a set of those for you guys.
Oh, yeah. I like Count Chocula.
But one of my favorite Saturday Night Live episodes, David S. Pumpkins.
Holy Elvis.
Yeah, Tom Hanks, he's a funny man. He's always been good on that show, hey?
He was David S. Pumpkins?
Yeah.
Well, I did not know that.
Okay. Where you been?
It's been a while since I've seen Saturday Night Live.
He's got a few pops out now, because he's got one for Big, or two for Big.
Two for Big?
And two for Forrest Gump.
And what about Castaway?
Then there's a Castaway.
There's a Castaway?
And Pumpkins. And I don't think he had one for Philadelphia. It's probably depressing.
No, he didn't he?
No depressing ones. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, everybody. So this is our Halloween show.
Yeah.
So we got to talk something about Halloween.
Okay.
All right.
You start, because I have no ideas.
Well, I'll tell you right now is that, I mean, I love the 1970s Marvel comics with all the horror that they put out.
They're all about.
I mean, Tomb of Dracula, The Monster of Frankenstein, Werewolf by Night. Then you had Scarecrow in Marvel Spotlight.
Invisible Man, too.
Well, that was in Marvel Supernatural Thrillers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course they gave us Living Mummy as well.
They gave us a lot.
They gave us a lot. The horror was a big time event back in the 70s at Marvel.
Didn't they do a Creature from Black Lagoon, no?
No, I don't think they did. Of course they did Submariner, but he didn't count.
Yeah, I'm sure he fought someone that looked like Creature from Black Lagoon, but they never referenced it.
No, they never referenced him. But all those, and the funny thing was is that even today, those characters are still viable. They still use them.
Oh, everyone loves Universal Monsters.
You know. Oh well, absolutely. I mean, all those guys. I mean, I think they put out recently. They had a new Mummy film, and of course, vampires are everywhere. I mean, you can throw a steak without hitting a vampire. You know, I absolutely adore Halloween. It's it has a feel to it all its own. You know?
So, when you were a kid,
Yeah.
did you ever get to like a mythical house? I remember when we were growing up. There was always this one house that was giving out comic books. Right?
Really, I did not know this.
I've never found that house. Could be all lies. I don't know. Maybe kids in the neighborhood were just yanking my chain because I was a big comic fan. But yeah, apparently there's always this mythical house that would hang out a comic book instead of a chocolate bar or something. Right?
Well, as you know, that mythical house this year is going to be my house because I bought all the Archie for this year, and I'll be handing out to all the kids come Thursday, Halloween. You know, on Murray Street, I'll be handing out one Archie comics for every kid that shows up. So feel free to ring the doorbell.
At the end of this, you're going to post those comics you got CGC graded, right?
Of course, yes.
So, if I go to your house,
Here's Adventure number 4.
I'll take the Daredevil number 1. Nice one.
Daredevil number 1 is always a good.
Spidey's in it. He's on the cover.
He's undercover. He's not in it though.
Yeah. Traditional Spider-Man.
In the tradition of Spidey.
Yeah.
You know, and of course him and Daredevil later on became buddies.
Yeah, they fought one time.
They fought more than one time, I think.
Well, first time we met, they fought, but that's typical Marvel, right?
Yeah, you got to see who's the best.
And it was a Circus of Crime, remember, showed up in Spotty 16, and everyone got hypnotized with Matt Murdock sitting there going,
What the hell was this?
what's going on?
Yeah.
And then he's like 6 Spider-Man at him because they're trying to steal everyone's wallets and purses and jewelry and stuff.
It's really kind of a silly gig, though, in a way. I mean, everybody from that show loses their wallet and their jewelry. I mean, you know, well, there's the circus that's just in town. This guy with a hat.
Oh, you go to the next town. There's like, even back then we had phones. That was a big, like, you got Facebook and the internet and everything. But I mean, even back then, it'd be like, yeah, I don't know. First of all, they also Circus Crime, which, you know, you might be skeptical of. Like, and then everybody loses everything. And yet, they show up somewhere else down the road, you know, wherever, San Jose or something.
Well, he never really played big cities, though. They didn't go did they go to like New York, or was it just sort of?
I assume they were in New York when
Really?
Daredevil and Spider-Man were there.
Yeah, I kind of figured they were just on vacation and went to some hick town or something.
Even the Hicks would figure it out after a while. But like, I don't know about it. Something about these guys.
Oddly enough, about the Circus of Crime, those guys been to fought a lot of guys. I mean,
Yeah.
the Hulk they fought, Spider-Man, Daredevil, Howard the Duck.
They first showed up in the Hulk.
Yeah, so they fought a lot of people.
Yeah, there was a lot of them though. You know,
Well, you had the
Princess Python, whose
Yeah,
whole
which
gig
is-
was she had a python. I guess guys were just she was really good looking, so they were probably like
okay.
mesmerized by her.
And then you had
And
the
they had
cowboy.
and they had the 2 brothers who were like tumblers or something.
Yeah, and then you had
Strong Man.
the strong man, and then you had the guy who was
And the clown, remember the clown tried to take over from the ringmaster? Spidey 22?
really.
Yeah,
can't remember
the
Clown
clown
so
was
much.
like, I want to be boss now, right? He cut him out. What the clown's going to do? Really, the only one that seemed to have any power was the ringmaster.
Yeah, because
Hypnotized
he
everyone.
had his hypnotizing hat, and he
Everyone
just
else
had hat.
is just like, he can tumble really good, or he can go across a tight wire. So,
Did they have any?
they were good at stealing everyone's money. But they always got caught.
But at the prices that they were charging anyway, it was definitely a steal.
I know, right?
No, you don't need to steal and quit a crime. It's like $10 for a bit of cotton candy. I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
$8 for a soda.
$8 for a soda. Yeah, I mean it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, do you have any comic book Halloween memories?
No, I wish I had some Circus of Crime pops. That'd be cool.
That would be cool, actually. I've actually.
Ringmaster, anyway. And maybe Princess Python and the
Um,
Evil Clown.
I saw the Howard the Duck one, but it was sort of like the Howard the Duck
No,
movie
that
one.
was
which is-
awful.
Yeah, I mean, do you want the Howard the Duck comic book one? And a Marvel, if you're watching, please put
Okay,
out
well,
the
I
Marvel.
don't get.
All right.
All right, Disney, I think, sued Marvel over Howard the Duck or something.
They
had
did.
to change them.
Because of Donald Duck.
Make them look weird. But now, doesn't Disney own Marvel? So can't they just give me a real Howard the Duck that you look back in the 70s?
I mean, to me, that seems
That
natural.
seems like a no-brainer, right? But I've seen it. I've seen this weird Howard the Duck that looks like, I don't know.
He looks more of a
Freak.
goose or something. He looks a bit more goose.
It looks like a weird, like, chickadee or something.
Yeah. He's not
With a
a duck.
hat. You don't look like a duck at all.
No, it's
Terrible,
Did he have a
actually.
hat?
They got a hat now.
He had a hat before, only with a cigar. But
No, he had a hat before. He just had a cigar.
no, he had a hat.
He had pants, didn't he?
He had pants and he had a hat.
It's not like Donald. Donald just had the top.
No, I think there might have been.
Maybe Howard had the pants.
Well, Howard had a hat. He had a hat and a cigar.
Yeah, but they got a new hat. It's not very good.
Yeah, when he had Beverly Switzer,
Yeah.
was it?
Yeah, that's Marty McFly's mom, eh?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, in the movie, yeah.
Yeah.
I just remember from the comic book, and
Yeah.
of course they had wonderful Howard the Duck #1, and I absolutely adore that comic book.
Well, I remember first time I picked up the magazine as a kid and I was going through it. It was like, I can't let Mom see this. This was not.
I still can't let
This
Mom
was
see
not
this.
for something that Mom's got to know about.
Well, Beverly, I remember working at the Escape at your time, and Doug Warren was like, oh, I can't sell this to kids because.
Yeah.
I mean, Tomb of Dracula was sort of the same way, I think.
I think I picked them up at afterwards at bookstore.
Really? No, I remember when they came out. That
Yeah.
wasn't yesterday. Let me tell you.
No. They weren't very good. The comics were okay, but the magazine was.
The comics were a lot
kinda
better.
Boring enough.
Did Steve Gerber write those? The magazine?
I'd have to look it up.
I'm not sure. Was there ever an omnibus to those Tomb of Dracula or Howard the Duck, black and white?
They may have done the Doom of Dracula's in the fourth omnibus,
Okay.
but Howard the Duck, I think they just did the whole 33 issues. Boom.
I was wondering if they actually if they put out in the magazine size a hardcover for
No.
because there wasn't too many of either one.
That was like 8 or 9.
There were very few issues.
Yeah.
You know, and the reason why they said about Howard the Duck, we didn't know what to put on the shelves. It was a kiddie comic or blah blah, and that's why we made a magazine. I thought, oh, come on.
Yeah, it's a strange thing to do.
It was I mean, that was a popular comic book as far as I'm aware.
He was having sex with her.
Yeah, in the magazine.
She was naked.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
Oh, yeah. You
Yes.
can look everything up on the internet now.
And, yes. I should.
I was
get
like
those.
11 when I saw this.
Yeah, it was wrong for you to have that at 11.
Not for anybody to have that at any age. I don't know.
Well, you're despoiling Howard the Duck for all the millions of watchers out there now.
Yeah, I'm sure anyone could look that up. Whatever. Something.
Don't spoil the poor innocent Howard the Duck. But Beverly Switch, he met her in number 1, I believe.
God, it's beautiful redhead.
Yeah, and she had the red Sonia sort of outfit on.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was gorgeous. Wasn't she a like a sorceress at one point, or was that someone else?
No,
There was
that's
a
when
sorceress.
Mary Jane became Red Sonja.
No. I'm thinking no. There was. Remember, he had. Was in Marvel Zombies 3. One of the ladies hooked up with Howard the Duck was a sorceress, but I believe it's because my pronunciation is pretty poor with those characters. But there was a sorcerer, because remember they did this the rip off of Star Wars, with Chewbacca was Man Thing,
Yeah.
and then you had the sorcerer who was Obi-Wan, and then you had Luke Skywalker was, Howard the Duck. And,
I have to take a word for that one.
yeah, it was really good. It was really even a rip off of the classic New Hope movie poster.
Yeah, that was like Howard Duck 27 or so.
It was
24.
23, 24, I believe.
Later
And then
on, yeah.
later on, then he saves the universe, and then you have the night where it's a really classic comic book of Howard the Duck walking the streets at night. It was really good.
Wasn't that from Bizarre Adventures 34? Where he saves Buddy from jumping off the bridge? I love that comic.
That was really good too, but it was a different one.
Yeah, okay.
That was a different one. He saves the universe.
Sure.
Yeah, he does. And then they have Howard the Duck Annual.
Yeah.
And then he's back in New York waiting for the ship to come back. But I think Beverly Switzer is gone because she marries Dr. Bong.
I was just thinking of Dr. Bond.
She married Dr. Bong in order to save
This
Howard.
is before bonds were popular.
Exactly, because that was late 70s, early 80s.
You couldn't even talk about bonds back then.
No, but
Didn't
Dr.
even know,
Bong...
actually, I didn't even know what a bond was back then.
Really? No, I was an innocent child.
Oh, we got the founder, we got the protector of the vault.
Oh, here we are.
Yeah. Tiggy. Come here. Come here, buddy. Tiggy. Now. Get it.
Whoa.
All right.
No! Well, folks, the precarious Pop Funko wall has been attacked by a so-called protector.
He was the
Off the
protector
vault.
and he let us down.
He let us down big time and let a lot of Pop Funkos down.
Yeah.
And I think more of them are going to fall. It's like sadly it's like our environment these days with the polar caps. being destroyed.
All right, well, that'll do it for another week.
Yeah, that will do it for another week, guys.
So, see you in the vault.
All right, guys. Bye-bye. We'll try to clean up this mess and have a happy and safe Halloween. Bye-bye.
Here I am, all alone. The shadow is my only friend. I play my song and sing along, and it keeps me from the end. Here I am in the streets again, stretching my
I'm flying solo now for this special unboxing video. I got really excited the other day because I got some graded comic books in the mail, and I decided that it would be nice after the after credits that if you wanted to see it, you're more than welcome to have a look at the comics that I just got graded. So let's have a look, shall we? So we'll open this up. All right, I'm anxious. I went to Fan Expo in Toronto in August, and I had these comics put in for grading. And let's hope they came out okay anyway. I bet you the packaging is really good on it. As you can see. So here's the box of goodies. Let's have a look. And just like the downtown comic boxing, look at all the paper. I tell you, I do recycle, so that's a good thing. Now, this is my package of comics. I believe I got 5 here, but we'll see for sure. Put that down there. And now we'll open the bubble wrap. I don't know who invented the bubble wrap, but I'm sure that that person has made quite the dollar in their day. So, I'm going to take my scissors. And we're going to open up this bag here. I got scissors. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 comics. Okay. So the first one we have is The Flash, number 135, and I got it at a 3.0, and that's it says here the first appearance and origin of Kid Flash's yellow costume. So that's a 3.0. See what else we have here. I have the Atom. That's the first appearance of the Atom in the showcase, and that's a 3. This here is Avengers number 4, and it's a 3.5. And of course, this is a very famous cover. It's the first Silver Age appearance of Captain America. So 3.5 for that. I have Hawkman, Brave and Bold, and that's number 34. And it's the first Silver Age appearance and origin of Hawkman and Hawkgirl. And 4.0 for that there. And finally, I have Daredevil #1, and that came in at a 3.0. So serviceable copies. I'm a bit disappointed actually in, you can feel that the plastic is not as tight, I don't think, as it should be, or maybe it's just the covering of the plastic. But this is the first time I tried the CBCS grading, and the reason why I tried it was because I was at Fan Expo, and the other guys weren't there, and the rumor had it that they weren't going to do Canadian conventions anymore, and I was a bit disappointed with that because I like to do my, I like to go to, do everything in Canada and give the money to, the Canadian either companies or at least people who are doing business with Canada. So I tried these guys out, and it's I know they don't have the name that the other guys do, but we'll see over time. But anyway, those are the 5 comics that I got, and they're all 3s and 4s, so they were serviceable copies. But if for what I paid for them, it was okay. So I hope you enjoyed that unboxing, and we'll see you next week for our regular Vault of Downtown Comics. Bye-bye, and thank you.